Me too. It's, I mean, is evoN really going to push it and try and get all of those match records points that would help him to overcome evoN? And as we say that, evoN has actually crashed in the first round. It's unfortunate for him. He finds himself about a second down here. Maybe still reeling after the Acros loss. And it gives... Yeah, I mean, so within the wider league, there are 2 promotion spots that are up for grabs into Div 1. At the moment, occupied by Tween and Acros, but with only 1 point between evoN and Acros. So evoN Acros not particularly known for being a pace player. I guess people mostly know him as much more consistent. So I think this is definitely an opportunity for evoN. I don't know why I keep getting the 2 mixed up. For evoN to pick up some match records and close the gap and maybe overtake him. But we see Ixawai takes an early lead here, and evoN with a -10 in the first round. That's not good for him. Not off to a good start. Oh, yes. Oh, no. That's unfortunate for him. Although everyone's getting the inside here. So Mantaa's going to be in a position here where he wants to, try and pick up as many. What am I trying to say? He's got to really capitalize on the mistakes because I'd say him and Nayko and Mantaaa are the 2 players who are maybe missing on the pace slightly compared to evoN and Nayko anyway. And Ixawai anyway. Oh my god, I'm getting the names all over the place. But yeah, I mean, you look at the PBs, the combined PBs, and evoN sits, I think, about 600-700 hundredths ahead of anyone else in this matchup. But it's not helping him too much now. Yeah. Yeah, just got to get back in the groove. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is Ixawai's pick, so it could well be that he has ground out his consistency on this one, and then we will find later on that he slips on some of the other maps. But yeah, we will see. Yeah, because we do have Meltdown next, which separates the men from the boys with the ice 360 and the horrible grass section, and yeah, we'll see. But evoN takes an early lead, but then has a wonky line through the plastic there, and Ixawai gets the dirt snap nicely and takes a 0.25 lead. Like, yeah, evoN with the Bren skin, interesting. But yeah, Ixawai here seems to be capitalising on everyone else's mistakes. Mantaaa only 0.15 behind, but yeah, it seems Ixawai looks very comfortable in this map. Yep. Can he make it 4 from 4 here? We see. Yeah, we see he's opened up a little bit of a gap, 18 points down second place. And then it's all very close. Once we get down into second to fourth, Mantaaa on 82, all the way down to Nayko on 76. Only 6 points separating the bottom 3 here. But a commanding performance so far from Ixawai. Although evoN seems to have pulled his finger out on this round, and the 2 are battling it out at the top. Who's going to push the dirt more? Both roughly the same. Ixawai with slightly more speed. evoN with a more inside line. And they are neck and neck here. 4,000s. Yeah, who can get the most inside line around this pole? Ixawai drops the gear. Oh! Wow. Really pushed hard by evoN there. Wow. Yeah, so he will pick up the extra point unless we come back around to this and evoN can improve. As we move on to Meltdown, everyone's favourite mine map. So, yeah, people may know this map for the Ice 360 that everyone saw in the trailer. But that's far from the hardest part of this map. It's a real tricky one. Obviously, the ice slide itself is difficult, but you've got tough grass section at the start. Yeah, you've got the exit from the ice, which I think is actually harder to retain speed on than doing the 360. That is a bit of an issue. Okay, I'll have to tell you when we're in between rounds. And until then, it will be the theatre of the mind from me. I'll tell you what's going on. Still on the warm up here, so if you can start up within 30 seconds, you might be all right. Nice. Oh, so such a well-made game. No bugs, no issues. Oh, we're starting back up. You've got 15 seconds. I would say possibly wait until the next round. Hopefully. I hope so. As we go into the first round on Meltdown here, which unfortunately none of you can see. Through the grass section here, Ixawai takes an early lead, although it's all still neck and neck, everyone within a tenth. It's going to have to be like the old radio. Going to have to describe absolutely everything that's going on. Ixawai and evoN here fighting out at the top. evoN tries to push the drift, but has to release a little bit, drops down by around about a tenth. And Ixawai and Nayko are in first and second here. evoN very close to clipping the hole on the dirt section. And as we come into the ice, it is Ixawai, Nayko, evoN. Mantaaa with an early mistake that puts him about a second behind. Mantaaa goes very wide on the ice, and evoN is going to take second place here, even first with a very nice exit. It takes a lot of speed. 0.04 between evoN in first, Ixawai in second. Mantaaa a bit further behind in 1.8 seconds behind, and then Nayko nowhere to be seen. And as we come into the last ice, evoN here has a 0.25 lead, and he takes it. Ixawai misses the finish. Mantaaa takes second. Nayko too far behind to capitalise, and I think you can rejoin now. You missed out on a lot there. A lot of mistakes. And yeah, evoN making the most of them. Ixawai maybe taking a little bit too safe. Hopefully it doesn't lag the server as we rejoin here. Yes, we're in. Nice. So evoN and Nayko here fighting out at the top. Seems like Ixawai has struggled through this early grass precision section with the reactor boost. evoN up with the fastest drift, and Nayko and Mantaaa here are going to be chasing him down, and he finds himself slipping into second place. Again, pushes the corner of that dirt hole very closely. And he does retain his first place into the Ice 360 here. And coming out as well. Definitely, yeah. It's the one that doesn't feel the most like a more traditional comp map, in my opinion anyway. I think it's one that sort of blends TM World Tour and more traditional comp. But no, I really like the style. I think there's a couple of issues with visibility. I mean, I don't know if you've watched Wizzy play any of this, but yeah, the grass section when you're low down in Cam 3 is almost completely blind. But it's from a spectator's point of view, I really enjoy this map. It's the one that feels the most unique to me. And we see, oh, was that Nayko who's just hit the wall there? You never DNF. That's the first rule of TM, because evoN has just clipped the inside on that drift, and then he's getting some lovely gear soup through the plastic and dirt here. And Ixawai can capitalise on this. Well, he'll be hoping to anyway, as Mantaaa is chasing him down, 0.1 behind. As we go into the Ice 360, Mantaaa goes nice and tight this time. Last time he struggled. Who's going to get the better exit? Ixawai gets much more speed out of it. And the splits stay roughly the same, 0.15. Mantaaa goes wide on the grass, and I think Ixawai is going to take this home, barring no major mistakes on the ice, which can easily be done. Yeah, you might have to change the. There should be one that's like my mic and then settings like for that. It might say default on it.
Okay.
And then you'll have to
there
change
it
it
is.
to
It's
be.
coming through now. There we go.
Hey.
You know,
More technical issues. More technical
OBS
issues.
is just sometimes it just refuses to work. But
Yeah,
it seems like we have it working now, and everything is up and running. As we move on to the last round of Meltdown.
That's gone quick. Gone in the blink of an eye, Meltdown. Unfortunately,
Yeah. I
as
mean,
Mantaaa
it definitely goes
struggles
quick
through
when you miss the
that.
first round.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah. So evoN again takes an early lead here, but he does seem to struggle through the second half of this map. Can he hold it together this time?
Mantaaa is a little bit behind, but he might be able to catch up here on the ice side as he goes very inside and clips. So let's jump forward here to Ixawai and see if he can overtake evoN here for another round win.
Yeah, Nayko only 0.7 behind here. He could do with picking up some extra points as he finds himself down on 37 points.
Yeah.
Nearly half of the score of Mantaaa. Well, 23 points behind Mantaaa, at least. Not ideal for him. I don't think the DNF helped getting the -12 on that.
No. And new match record from evoN there as well with a 109.09.
Oh, all the nines. Not too far off the division record either. The 109.808 from Tween.
Yeah,
I mean, still 0.5 behind. Epos is unbelievable time on this. But
Alright, moving on to Perseverance now.
Perseverance.
Let's hope my game doesn't crash as I load back into the game.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, we're good. My game didn't crash this time.
Hey, nice. So this could be the last match that we see Nayko on, if everything goes horribly wrong for him, at least. Hopefully we don't lose him. I'd like to see a closer end to this, as my dog has decided to join the cast. Hello. But yeah, 3 losses here. We could lose Nayko before we even get to the fourth map. Don't know if maybe he's just not been in the zone for this, or yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. You know, sometimes the rounds just go your way, and other times they just don't. And there's no real way to kind of have it go either way.
Yeah, I think that's quite often what sets the best players apart is that mental fortitude to just bounce back from that type of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So Nayko picked up a second place on his previous game, beaten by Beta Toast. Javzo picked up a third, and then unfortunately, our boy Josh down in fourth, who has not had the best time in this competition so far. Let's hope he can do better in his current one. Where does he stand at the moment, if I can find that? Oh, he's sitting in third at the moment. Not far off last either. That's unfortunate. Anyway, as we go into the first round on Perseverance, I believe. Yes.
Yes. And Nayko, it looks like he has clipped the hole at the very start as he falls behind and manages to overtake Mantaaa there as he clips on the outside dirt. So this round it looks like it's going to be between evoN and Ixawai, and I feel like that was going to be who the match was going to be between. These two are, I want to say, the two best in this game, in this match.
Yeah, and I mean it's shown in the points difference. I mean Ixawai only dropping 18 points so far in the entire match. evoN down on 68, and then we've got an 18-point gap
Nayko
down to Mantaaa, and then
crash.
a 20-point gap down to Nayko. Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's
Lucky for Mantaaa though.
Here.
Yeah. So this is actually Mantaa's pick. So I'm not sure if he's hoping to pick up some extra points here. I'm not too sure what his PB looks like on this. As we come into the final drift section for him.
And Ixawai takes the round and the match record, I believe.
Oh wow, okay. Oh yeah, it's the first round. Of course he does.
Oh yeah. Round one. It's easy to get the match record in round one, I guess, isn't it? As we move on to round two here, hopefully we'll see some better lines from Nayko here. I'm kind of hoping he stays in a bit longer. He's a good player. He managed to qualify for Beacon. Obviously, he's a good player.
Yes. Yeah. It's not easy just to finish these maps. I hope everyone watching realizes that these maps are just like
they're
very,
tough.
very difficult.
Yeah.
So it's not any sort of as we see Nayko immediately DNFs after flying out of the grass. It's unfortunate, and he's going to find himself only on 8 points. Yes, so
he's going to need a big push now.
He's going to need a second or a first to not end up in last chance. It's unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen a closer fight for this fourth and third place, maybe a double last chance, but it's unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate. But we still have a couple of other games to come today, so maybe we'll see our double last chance in a later game.
Hopefully, maybe even a quadruple or a triple.
Yeah, I think there was a triple last chance in Div 1 last week, and that was a crazy match. I can't remember who it was, but it was a really good match.
Oh, oh Christ! I think I watched it, but I just cannot remember.
I know, because I watched it and I was like, wow, this is great. Yeah, we'll jump on board with Nayko here and see if he can clutch out a first or second here, as Ixawai takes a very wide line and loses 0.1 at the start. Despite that, he's still pretty close. Nayko crashes, and so does, who is that? Mantaaa. And evoN gets a no slide. Ixawai is just
it's all happening this round.
Ixawai is running away with this round.
Oh, so in Nayko's last game, Nayko, Josh, Beta Toast, Javzo, there was actually a quadruple last chance.
Oh wow. That would have been fun to watch.
And then Ixawai, Limpan, Jaka that we had earlier on today as well, triple last chance. It's all happening.
Yeah. But it looks like this is yet another round win for Ixawai. It's been very dominant this game so far.
Yeah, showing that consistency just pays off. Don't think he's been setting particularly fast times as Nayko clips through that section again. He's not going to get a last place here, but I think this will be him into last chance anyway, if my remembering of what the points are is
Goes for
correct.
safe in. Oh, he has one more chance. He's down to 1 point now after coming third.
Okay, yeah, I did have the maths wrong then. That's good.
I'm praying Nayko comes first now in this next round so we can see him again in the next round. In the next map, I guess.
Yeah, survive onto the next map of Mantaaa, which is the random pick. So Nayko actually picked Meltdown, which seemed to not really work out for him. But then again, Mantaaa has picked this map, and it hasn't particularly worked out for him either so far. So it's just been Ixawai picking up the wins again and again. As we see, Nayko goes wide and hits the wall and slips down to 4th place again.
DNFs.
And this could be him in last chance, and he DNFs. Yeah. Understandable. Get your head in the right place before you're get into last chance. See, evoN takes over the lead.
At least we'll see Nayko in the next map, even if it is only for 1 round.
Possibly only for 1 round. Yeah.
You know,
so nobody going for that.
Chance, so he's going to need to make some big pushes here to not come last.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody goes for that through the previous grass section about 15-20 seconds ago. There's a risky line where you can get sort of an inside grip on the black scenery post thingy liner, whatever it's called. Curb, yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with curb. There's a new match record and division record from
evoN as well.
1:11.4. That's a pretty good time. He's only 0.4. Oh no, evoN has world record with a 1:10.0. So there's still a good bit of difference there between evoN and evoN as we move on to our final map, Mantaaa.
Yes, Kerberos map. So it's a slightly more techy map, I believe, than the others. Although the Clem one is relatively techy. Yeah, I believe this does have the most amount of tricks in it. When I was speaking to Magorian, he said that this is one that favours him slightly because it is slightly more techy than the other ones, which are more sort of surface oriented. But yeah, this is it's a Kerberos map, so it's tricky. It's very tricky. I believe this is the one which has a funky gear at the last grass section, so you can lose the gear and miss the risky, which we've seen a few times. As we go through the warm-up here, having another look at the lovely scenery. It's got an interesting little sausagey chicane section there as well. Very nice, very satisfying to watch people play.
Yeah, driving it is way more tough than it looks, though.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But that's the thing, you know, we're watching high level players here. They make everything look way easier than it is.
Yeah, even Div 2, I've been surprised at the level of a lot of these players. Yeah, it's been very impressive and a joy to watch. As we see, evoN has a bit of trouble with the gears through there. I think Ixawai did on that as well. But yeah, it's
around there.
Yeah, that last grass section looks deceptively easy, but yeah, it's one that we've seen quite a lot of people fluff the gear on it and then not have the speed for that jump. As we go into our first round here, and Nayko sitting on last chance, we could lose him. And is that him who just clicked the wall? No, it's Ixawai. Okay.
That's 5 seconds behind on the first round. But up in front, it looks like it's pretty close between evoN, Nayko, and Mantaaa. And looks like Nayko is safe for at least one more round.
Yeah, hopefully.
You love to
unless
see.
Unless he makes a mammoth mistake here,
yeah. Or decides to DNF. But
well, yeah, there is that as well. Yeah.
That. Yeah, I think this is probably a lot. Let me try speaking again there. My brain was working faster than my mouth. I think this map is probably one of the most fun to look at, to watch. there's a lot of
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
turns and surface changes that makes it really interesting. There's a lot of opportunities to overtake.
It's got lots of flowy sections that
Yeah,
look
it is.
quite pleasing.
It is a very flowy map.
As we see, Nayko does survive another round.
And round one match record goes to evoN. But round one doesn't mean a whole lot.
The
We'll
110.
see. We'll see in the next round if somebody can beat 110.6.
Yeah, 110.6, so 6/10 off of the current division record from Tween. We'll see whether we can get close to that, or even closer to Bosbez's record, which I believe he drove in rounds. As we see, Nayko has DNF'd.
Nayko is DNF. And it was fun to have him in the game. He left.
And he's left.
I guess he was just not having a good day.
No.
How did his first match go?
He got a second place.
He got second place.
Yeah, yeah.
So he did pretty good in the first match, and then I guess Metal just was in the mud for the second game.
Yeah.
Must have had a couple of bad rounds in the start, and then he was just not able to recover, which is a huge thing in competitive Trackmania. Needing to be able to recover from that bad mental is huge.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, and especially in like a solo comp where everything's on you, it's difficult. With other competitions, like I suppose even in the duos format, you've got someone else that you can sort of fall back on. As we see, evoN does take the victory here with a 110.5, so gradually getting closer to that division record from Tween.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's any surprise that Tween is doing as well as he is right now.
Yeah, I mean, Ixawai gets the no slide, goes all the way back to the start. Yeah, I mean, Tween he's not only been consistent, but he's also been very fast as well. Picking up in his first game, picked up 3 match records. In his second game, picked up all of the match record points, and then in his third game, picking up another 3. So yeah, he's been dominating the second division. I mean, when he played against Akros, who is currently sat in second, he knocked Akros out and still had 36 or 40 points left, I believe. So yeah, it's been commanding performance from him so far this season. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how he does in Div 1, because even watching this, it's very high level, but the level in Div 1 is just so much higher. You can look at any game and think that any player could win it, because they're all just so fast. So consistent as well. As we see, evoN is having some real trouble with gears. Again, I don't think he's going to make the risky here. If he goes for it, he does just about.
I think I spotted him going for the middle route of the jump there and took the
cruise control.
Cruise control, yeah. And that gave Mantaaa a big chance to make up a lot of time, as he was, I think, 0.6 behind going into that jump, and finished 0.1 behind.
So we could also see Mantaaa slip into last chance here. And so the points, now that Nayko is out, have slightly adjusted. So I can't actually remember off the top of my head what it would get, what he gets for every position.
Points
he just needs to get as high as possible.
Players is -2, -6, and -9.
So he needs to win, basically.
He needs to win, yeah, to not be in last chance.
He finds himself 0.2 behind here, and the others just gradually pulling away by the looks of it through this techie section.
Yeah, evoN and Ixawai again are running away with it. Mantaaa 0.3 behind here. I think he is looking like he's going to be in last chance next round.
Yeah, it does look that way. I mean, at this point, I would be tempted to say that he'd be happy with just a third place, particularly in this matchup. I mean, he finds himself currently in 11th on the table. So this would put him up to around about 8th, although that would depend on what the results are for the other ones. So yes, Mantaaa enters last chance, and
We see a
Do we
new
have one
match
more
record
round on
there
this
from
one?
new match record from Ixawai there with a 110.3
110.3.
as we go back to
Back to
Ruby.
Ruby. Ah, yeah. So Snow asking in the chat, for anyone who doesn't know, the match records are basically whatever the fastest round time is driven during the match, and you then get, I believe, it is 1 point assigned for each match record. So it does end up affecting your final points position quite a lot. To the point where, I mean, it rewards faster players who aren't necessarily more consistent. So you do end up with some interesting positions, like in Div 1 last week we had Megorian beat Neil. Neil came second, Megorian came first, but because Neil had 3 match records, he actually ended up higher in the table than Megorian did. So it's an interesting mechanic, I think, personally.
Yeah, I mean,
It gives an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, it adds kind of another layer of competitiveness to the already very competitive competition. But you know, our first map of this game was Ruby, which Ixawai had match record, so it's another chance for Nayko and evoN to take the match record for another point at the end of the game.
Mantaaa or never. Ixawai, Mantaaa or never. Yeah. Nayko's out.
Oh yeah, did I say Nayko?
I know what you meant.
yeah. Because I
But,
saw last chance under Mantaaa, and for some
I
reason my brain
assumed
was
it
just
was
like,
Nayko.
oh, Mantaa's out and not Nayko. But, yeah.
Yeah, so this is Ixawai's pick. So this is the one he won every single round on this, on the first time round on this map.
4 for 4. Let's see if he
4
can do
for
it
4,
again.
which, he'll be hoping he can, because he has, without us really noticing, he has slipped below evoN in points after having sort of a 20-point lead, and something has just happened behind Mantaaa there. I've missed all of it.
Crashed. Ixawai is a second behind us. evoN falls behind as well, but manages to overtake and take first place.
Gets the no slide. Mantaaa deciding to slide the whole way around, and evoN snaps into that no slide and takes first.
Well, at least Mantaaa is safe for another round, but yeah, he's taking some dodgy lines here. Ixawai might have a chance to make up a bit of time.
Only 0.6 between them going through this final grass section.
Yeah, it was very close.
It takes one slip up.
Yeah, it was very close between evoN and Mantaaa there, going into the plastic, and then Mantaaa had a bit of a wide line there, which gave evoN a chance to just pull ahead.
See evoN take it with quite a slow time, a 112 flat, so 0.9 behind the current match record, and over a second behind the division record. Can Mantaaa cling on, try and reel Ixawai in 37 points? So now that the points distributions have changed, everyone loses points even if you come first, and even coming second is quite a blow. You lose 6 points, so it's, as we see, Ixawai makes another mistake through that first section.
Well, you see now, since Mantaaa is on last chance, does the points repetition change to 2 players? Or does it stay 3?
No, it keeps assigning him minus whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's just that it doesn't sort of change from 0. Yeah.
It looks like we might have Mantaaa for yet another round, as Ixawai is a second behind.
Yeah.
evoN looks like he's just running away with this, as Mantaaa falls another 0.6 behind. Yeah, I mean, I think we said at the start, you know, evoN was not super consistent in the beginning, but he was just warming up, and now he's in first and driving great rounds.
Yeah, he's really sort of grown into the match. He's
very close to match record.
145, yeah.
Only 300ths away from match record.
I think he's possibly going for it, trying to get that extra point. after his disappointing second place in his earlier game, he's probably trying to get the maximum amount of points he can here. Because I believe he's got one or two of the other ones, possibly. I think Ixawai has currently got two. Maybe he's got two.
evoN has two.
But yeah, I
and
mean,
Ixawai
every
has
point
two.
counts.
But
Right.
if evoN keeps driving as good as he is in this match, it's likely he'll take the match record for this map as well.
Yeah. Is the other one that Ixawai's got is possibly Meltdown, which I think is our next map.
Yeah, moving on to Meltdown next. Yeah, I think he had that as well. Which
right, okay.
We're definitely moving on to Meltdown here anyway. So I think that's another chance for evoN to take yet another point.
Yeah, Mantaaa here is leading the pack currently, although it is a much closer round this time round than the previous two. But Mantaaa doesn't push the dirt enough there, and he gets overtaken, dropped down into third place. But it's all neck and neck again. evoN goes a little wide. Mantaaa keeps it clean. Ixawai takes first here, though. evoN with a little bit more speed, but can Mantaaa cling on here?
Oh, it doesn't look
Goes
like
a bit
it.
wide on the dirt. Can he go tighter here?
Oh,
he snipes
my
Ixawai.
God. What a round. Manages to stay in again. That was a great round. See, this is my problem with casting, is I get too into the match and then just forget to cast.
Just too busy staring at them.
Yeah.
Mantaaa has clung on here for 3 rounds currently, or did he have one on the previous map as well?
I think he had one on the previous map.
So 4 rounds total. Can he extend that? Because I think Ixawai has dropped a total of 25 points since he was in last chance. So if he clings on any longer, Ixawai could start getting a bit hot under the collar here. And Mantaa's looking relatively comfortable again.
Yeah.
Finds himself in first. evoN a whole second down here, so don't know if Mantaaa will want to be pushing it this much, unless he's trying to pick up that extra match record point.
Yeah, I mean, we're on round 4. He could be pushing to get the extra point. Because it's very close here between Mantaaa and Ixawai, and with Ixawai having the match record, he could be driving, 0.1 or 2 behind that pace. And with Mantaaa 0.14 ahead, it could just go to him.
Yeah. So we come into this final section here. Oh, Mantaaa nearly hits the pole, and it's a 1:11.2. It's a good time, but not enough for that match record point. As we move on to Meltdown, and Mantaaa survives again, although he did struggle on some sections in Meltdown the last time around. A couple of issues on the Ice 360 and the exit from it. I believe he clicked on the out, sort of the little triangle as you come out of the 360. And the grass precision section seems to be difficult for absolutely everyone anyway. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see if Mantaaa can cling on here, if Ixawai can try and regain the lead over evoN, although he finds himself a full 24 points behind him after not the greatest showing on the previous map.
evoN actually has a match record on this, so I guess Ixawai has perseverance in the
had, yeah, must have done.
I think we'll probably end up on perseverance again. It's going to be close. Like, it's 4 rounds. If Mantaaa manages to hold on another couple of rounds, we could end up on map 3 again.
Hopefully. I really want Mantaaa to cling on.
Yeah.
we were denied a double last chance, so I want Mantaaa to cling on for as long as possible here, because Ixawai is, I mean, a couple of last places here for Ixawai, and he finds himself in last chance as well, I believe.
Yeah, he's
minus
only
8
points
so
right now. It's,
I mean, even a third and a second would do him in.
Well, third is
that would be
-9,
-8
so...
and minus. Third is -9.
So yeah, 2
a third and second,
one third place, and he's in danger. What did I say it was? It was a minus. Let me check again. -2, -6, and -9. So
okay, so two second places he would survive. Okay, yeah. I mean, it all comes down to where Mantaaa ends up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, as we go into the first round on our second rotation here on Meltdown, can Mantaaa cling on for, well, I mean, hopefully to the end of the map, but we'll see how far he can get. Off to a good start here. Ixawai has a bit of a wonky line, finds himself a whole second behind here, and eating up all of the gears. I think he's going to find himself about 2.5. Yes, he does. So Mantaa's safe for another one, barring no major issues. And he's actually contesting with evoN here for the first place.
Very close between the two, neck and neck. As we 400th between the two going into that checkpoint. And well, here we go, the ice slide now. I think evoN has shown that he is good at that ice slide and can make up a lot of time there as he.
Yeah, that exit is much cleaner.
Yeah.
Look at the speed out of that.
Mantaaa somehow loses 0.3 on that turn, just from evoN knowing how to do that ice slide. You're perfect.
Yeah. It's just a very clean, straight exit out of the 360. Although he doesn't find himself too much behind, and I mean, Mantaa's not going to... Oh god, I didn't think evoN was going to make it in then. Mantaa's not going to complain at getting second place and being 0.5 down every
That's a
round.
new division record from evoN.
So it is.
109.076.
So it is. Yeah. Only half a second behind the overall world record as well.
Yeah. What was the division record previous to this round? Was it 0.1?
Or was you were asking the wrong person?
I think it was a high 0.9 actually. Or a high 0.0, I mean.
I think it must have been around about that as well. I think it was tween and it was a 1090, but I just can't remember exactly what.
I think it was 0.08 or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
so as we go into the second round here, and Mantaaa is still clinging on, and I feel like this game is going to overrun slightly. You see G-Geek has joined the server in the bottom left, ready for the next game.
Yeah. Decided to have a look at this game to see what's going on after I guess his game is finished.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Mantaaa here is clinging on at the back. Can he overtake Ixawai? He gets a better drift that goes much wider on the grass.
He might come out with a bit more speed.
Is he going to get more speed?
evoN
goes inside on the dirt, but I don't know if he's going to get more speed into the ice here. Gets a dodgy line up. He's got to hope Ixawai doesn't make it in, but he does.
And there's
so we see Mantaaa.
Another new division record for evoN.
A 109.04, nice. Very consistent here from evoN. Not too far off of the round times that we were seeing from even Epos. I think was dropping 0.7s, 0.8s. So yeah, very high level here for Div 2. As Ixawai also slips into last chance, we will see what happens now, because I believe. Okay, yeah, he's safe again.
evoN with a big crash, he's going to be probably a second behind. I think, yeah, almost a second behind.
Yeah. 2 match records and then a big old bonk. That's always the way it goes.
Who knows? Maybe that was on purpose, just to have another round against Ixawai.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
I think that's unlikely, but I think it.
Maybe he wants a shot at the match record on Perseverance. So it's like, I'll just bonk these last 2, and then I can get on to Perseverance, get the match record, and then knock him out.
I mean, we still have another round to go after this one on Meltdown. We're on Meltdown, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. Next up is Perseverance. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe that is the case. We get some player drama.
As Ixawai is going to bring it home here, nice and clean through the ice slide. 109.2, nothing to sniff at. Yeah.
Pretty good time from Ixawai there, showing that he can fight, despite evoN getting division record after division record here. Ixawai is still in with a chance of keeping going.
Coming through the grass section here, both sort of neck and neck. Ixawai goes a little wide. Has to release slightly, but I mean, still.
Yeah, this grass section.
Sorry, you were saying the grass section.
It was very awkward.
It is, yeah.
Oh,
everyone has to release through the drift.
Ixawai catches up, and it is neck and neck, 5 thousandths between them. Yeah, It's this is happening again. I'm getting too into the match, forgetting to cast.
I think it's going to come down to who gets the best speed out of this Ice 360.
And it looks like
evoN gets
evoN
it
is taking
very
it.
nicely.
Yeah. He is. He's very good at that ice sliding. I think he's definitely practiced that a lot to be able
Yeah,
to get it that
grinding
consistently
out
and
the
get the
part map
same
for it.
speed every time.
Yeah.
Although it looks like Ixawai is still pretty close if he gets a good ice slide here.
Yeah. Oh, he clips the inside of the ice though, and I think that is
Uh,
all she wrote.
that's game.
Yeah. Well, we should probably get out of this server to let the next game start.
Yeah, that seems like it. As we will transition over to the cameras. So, Doc, we had some intense games there, intense rounds.
Yeah, I mean that was. I mean, considering we never had a double last chance at any point, that was very tense.
Yeah.
Mantaaa clinging on for way longer than I think anyone thought he would, or longer than he really had any right to. So that's very nice from him. Although unfortunately, he does only pick up 2 points for that, I believe.